Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silent reflection.
Good morning, Needham High School. I'm Brian Warner.
And I'm Adina Jacobson, and welcome to this week's jam-packed episode of NHSN. Juniors, remember to buy your Junior Harbor Cruise tickets. They'll be selling for $80 in the 400s lobby and will go up to $90 after April break. Thanks, Dante. Tomorrow is the first annual Gals Gala. We have Ellie Kahn and Sophia Korosoff-Larson with us here today to give us some insight on the event. Hi, guys. Welcome. Hi. What is Gals?
So GALS is a club at the high school that was started 2 years ago, and it stands for Girls Achieving Leadership and Service.
That's awesome. What exciting event does GALS have coming up this week?
On Friday, GALS is hosting the GALS Gala in the Needham High School cafeteria from 6:30 to 9.
And why should people come to this awesome event?
Well, people should come for lots of reasons, but some are that there are going to be some awesome performers, and there's going to be a speaker, and it's going to be the head of Gender and Women's Studies from Harvard University, which is really exciting. And there's going to be different informational booths to empower people about feminism, and there's also going to be free food. So
Free food.
Yeah, that's always a reason to come to any event. All right, well, thanks so much for being here, guys, and it should be really fun.
Yeah.
Really excited.
We're excited. Everyone should come.
Anything else to add?
Yes, so admission is free, but we are asking people to bring 2 to 3 items of gently used clothing that will be donated to Rosie's Place, which is a local women and children's shelter in Boston.
That's awesome. All right, well, see you guys there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Told you it was going to be a jam-packed week. We have another interview. Here we have Dan Mahoney and Izzy Barnett to discuss the school's policy on everyone's favorite drink, coffee. So what is the school's policy on coffee?
Right now, the school's policy is basically that no food or drink other than water is allowed in the school. So that's in class, in the hallway, and that applies to before and after school as well. So right now, it's pretty strict, but the reason for that is basically that the administration is afraid of trash being left around the school.
So what are your feelings on the policy?
Oh, so we pretty much believe that it should be changed. Sometimes we see teachers walking around with drinks, and we overall feel that we're responsible enough to keep the school clean, and we'll be able to drink and eat around the school.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
One thing I'd also like to clarify, Izzy and I are here representing Student Council. So yeah, Student Council has been working for some time on this policy. Actually, a few years. We've been trying to, talk to the administration and find sort of a middle ground and figure out a way to allow kids to drink coffee, hot cocoa, tea, basically things other than water. And the administration's position right now is that they're open to change in the future, but the change would be contingent upon us as students sort of treating the school better. So what that would entail is picking up trash whenever we see it, and most importantly, not actually creating trash. So I'm sure we've all seen, the cafeteria by the end of third lunch. It is a war zone. It's terrible. It's really bad. And for us to earn the privilege of being able to drink coffee or tea or anything else, we're going to need to start treating the school better. So if we could all work together to do that, it would mean a lot to student council, and ultimately it would benefit the student body because you guys would be allowed to drink some coffee, which would be great.
All right, thank you for being here. Let's go to Sarah Partridge with more.
Hi, I'm Izzy Barnett. I'm the freshman class president from Student Council. So I personally believe we should be able to eat and drink whatever we want around the school. I think that we're definitely responsible enough, and that if teachers are able to do it, then I think we should be able to do it as well.
Hey, I'm Lily Kipp. I'm a senior, and my article in the newspaper was about how we should have or be allowed to have coffee at school because currently we kind of get in trouble if we do, and I think it's important that we have coffee because we are all very tired.
I should definitely be allowed to drink coffee, and I think students are glad that I'm drinking coffee.
Coffee is bad.
The school expects us to get
to do all of our homework after school.
I think it's ridiculous that we're not allowed to have coffee in school because, like, let's be honest, we only get so much sleep anyway, and we need coffee to make it to school and be alive during the day. And if we clean it up ourselves, then what's the big deal, you know?
16 billion people die per day drinking coffee.
Students, I think they should be allowed to drink it, at their own discretion. I don't know about around the full school building, but maybe in some designated areas.
I don't think it's a good rule, but we should not have a rule unless it's enforced.
I think drinking coffee in school shouldn't really be a problem for the students or the teachers as long as they make sure to clean up after themselves if they make a spill.
The debate is that in the past we've had some critters running around as a result of some of the crumbs in food that students have left behind.
Student council as a whole, we're looking into changing this policy. So right now we're running a clean school campaign, which is kind of trying to show Dr. Peasy that we're responsible enough to be able to eat and drink around the school.
There's a lot of inconsistency in the enforcement of the rules, and I think that's a problem for the expectations of the students.
Some teachers enforce the rules and some teachers don't enforce the rules.
I think we should be able to drink coffee in school because we are not communists.
Now we'll go to Zach Kaplan for sports.
Thanks, guys. The spring season has finally begun. We start on the turf where the rugby team had a tough loss to BC High to open their season. They hosted Belmont yesterday. The boys and girls lacrosse teams both started their seasons ranked in the top 5 by the Boston Herald. The girls sit at 2-0 after knocking off non-conference foes Franklin and Norwell. The boys started their season on Saturday by knocking off Hingham 6-3. They sit at 1-0. The softball team got their season underway on Saturday as well, crushing Ursuline 12-1. They are also 1-0. And to the volleyball courts now, where the boys are at 5-0. Last week, they had a daunting 4 games in 4 days. In that time, they knocked off Brookline, Lawrence, Weymouth, and Severian without losing a single set. They sit at number 2 in the Massachusetts high school volleyball poll. The games continued this week as the girls lacrosse team hosted West Hampton, New York in a scrimmage on Wednesday. Boys volleyball traveled to Wellesley on Wednesday and will host New North tomorrow. Boys lacrosse hosts Natick tomorrow before traveling to Catholic Memorial on Sunday. For NHSN Sports, I'm Zach Kaplan.
Thanks, Zach. Now we have Julia Ornstein with NHSN Compliments.
Hi, and welcome to NHSN Compliments. Today's compliments are, Tim Strauss is one of the most thoughtful and polite people I've ever met. He also has the handsomeness of a young Mick Jagger. Amber Vinlon has really nice teeth. And Mr. Heckler would like to compliment the men of the English department in their amazing fashion sense and sartorial professionalism. Also, shout out to Charles Winston for being this year's Mr. Needham. That's all for this week. Don't forget to leave your compliments on the Facebook page or talk to me if you want to give somebody a shout out. I'm Julia Ornstein, and this was NHSN Compliments.
All right, well, that's it for this week. See you next time on Needham High School News.